There, so for this story assignment, you are going to create an interesting creative story, learning some new Scratch techniques like adding speech bubbles onto sprites, having sprites send messages back and forth so that they can talk to each other, and changing between backdrops on the stage. You can test out these blocks below. These are the blocks that we're going to specifically be working with. You don't have to use all of them. And you want to include at least 5 backdrop changes and at least 5 speech bubbles for your final story. Check out these project examples to see what you should be going for. So for my video today, I'm just gonna show you how to do those new techniques. I'm not gonna create like an actual finished project for this though. So when you have your new project created in Scratch, you want to choose your sprite to use. And you also want to add your backdrop to the stage. If you click on Stage and then click on Backdrops up here, you're able to see all of your backdrops. I'm going to delete this default white one, and you can add more down here. You want to include at least 4 backdrops. I'm sorry, at least 5 backdrops in total for your story. So right now, my baseball backdrop is number 1. My basketball backdrop is number 2. You can also rearrange them by just clicking and dragging. I'm going to click back on code and then back on my ballerina to get to the specific code for my ballerina. And let's write some code for her. So what is the first block that I need in order for her to know that she should be doing something? If you said when the green flag is clicked, you're correct. So when the green flag is clicked, I'm going to have her start right here. Make sure that what it says for x-axis and y-axis is what you have in your block. And when she starts there, I am also going to have her say hello for 2 seconds. That's just like a little speech bubble. So she'll start here, she'll say hello for 2 seconds, and then I'll just have her like glide across to the other side before she goes to the next backdrop. And I'm just gonna change this. I know that she can still be on the same x-axis, so I'm just gonna delete that negative sign. Let's see what that looks like. Hello. Okay, looks great. Because I'm using multiple backdrops, one new thing that I need to add in for this is this one, switch backdrop. So when the green flag is clicked, I want it to be on the baseball backdrop. Once she glides over to the other side, I'm gonna have her switch to the basketball backdrop. And when she gets here, we're going to have another sprite appear. And that sprite will be a bat. And I'm currently my bat sprite is currently selected. And so you can see that depending on which sprite you want to write code for, you have to click on them down here. And so my bat has some special things going on. I'll have them start over here. When the green flag is clicked, and when the ballerina is in the baseball scene, I don't want to see that bat. And so when the green flag is clicked, I need to make sure that the bat hides. I only want him to appear at the basketball scene. So when backdrop switches to basketball, my bat is going to show. And just like how we would code any sprite, I'm gonna have him first go to this specific location, -133, -13, and then he's going to show. Okay. I'm now gonna put in some blocks to have them talk to each other. So when the ballerina gets here, she's going to be like, oh, basketball. So I will have her say basketball for 2 seconds. And she's going to be having this conversation with the bat. And so after she says basketball for 2 seconds, I'm going to add in another block that is broadcast message 1. So this broadcast message 1, it's like it doesn't make any sound, it doesn't do anything on the screen, but it just lets all the other sprites know that message 1 was sent out. And so when the bat receives message 1, he is going to respond to the ballerina by saying, yes, basketball, for 2 seconds. Okay? And so these messages are a way for them to talk back and forth. And if you have multiple conversations going on, you can create a new message. You can rename them also, so that you know which exact message is being broadcast. This is as far as I'm going to take you. Hopefully you now have an idea for how to change up the backdrops, how to add multiple sprites, have them say things, and have them say things specifically to each other. For your actual story, like this project that I made, it's not finished. For your actual story, you want to actually like create an interesting story that says something. Make sure you have the 5 speech bubbles and the 5 backdrop switches. I'm really looking forward to seeing your stories. And of course, let me know as you're working on this if you have any questions. Good luck.